This Sarabande is the only piece that Francis Poulenc wrote for the guitar. It is an authentic pearl of the repertory, and it places Poulenc among that selected list of first-class world-renowned composers that only have one piece for solo guitar in their catalogs, like Manuel de Falla, Benjamin Britten, William Walton, Frank Martin, Alberto Ginastera, Roberto Gerhard, o Luciano Berio. The Sarabande was one of the last works that Poulenc wrote in his life. He wrote it some 3 years before he passed. According to the Ricordi edition, it was written in 1960 in the city of New York. The work is closely related to the French guitarist Ida Presti, to whom the work is dedicated. And the work is also very closely related to the cycle of 15 improvisations that Francis Poulenc wrote for the piano. Ida Presti and her husband Alexandre Lagoya used to play as a guitar duet an arrangement of the improvisation number 12. That's where Poulenc might have gotten the idea to write the Sarabande based on the opening notes of the next improvisation, number 13. Now it is unknown to me if the Presti-Lagoya transcription came first and then Poulenc wrote the Sarabande in sympathy, or if it was the other way around, that Poulenc wrote first the Sarabande and the Presti-Lagoya duet played the arrangement in thankfulness for the dedication. In a similar manner to Alberto Ginastera's guitar sonata. And to the sonata for guitar and harpsichord by Manuel M. Ponce. Poulenc takes the interval of the fourth and the tuning of the open strings of the guitar to give specific colors to his piece, like in this passage of the development. And like this other at the end of the piece. Having Poulenc written his Sarabande at the end of his life, it belongs then to the most mature period of his compositions. Having passed other periods of exploration and modernity, and as a member of the group of the Six. He was already a famous and recognized composer. And so the Sarabande is a very introspective and spiritual work belonging to this last period of his compositions, which is marked by a lot of spiritual works and even religious works. If we take a look at his catalog, we'll find that a lot of works of this last period include spirituality or even his religious beliefs. For example, the opera Dialogues of Carmelites, choral religious works, and his very famous Gloria for soprano, choir and orchestra. These words about Poulenc's Sarabande will not be complete without the perspective gained by knowing a little more about the genius, life and work of Ida Presti, the dedicatee of the work. As a guitarist, she was a child prodigy. She was the one who played the French premiere of the famous Concierto de Aranjuez by Joaquin Rodrigo. And she gained international fame as she played in this guitar duet with her second husband, Alexandre Laroja, with whom played a lot of concerts and tours worldwide. Joaquin Rodrigo dedicated to them his Tonadilla for two guitars. And he planned that they would do the premiere of his Concierto Madrigal for two guitars and orchestra. But the tragic death of Ida Presti during a tour on the United States when she was 43 years old kept it from happening. Ida Presti felt quite sick at the end of a concert on this US tour, and she was advised by the doctors to not board the plane to their next destination on the tour. But they, quite pressured for the concerts and the times, decided to board the plane anyways. She felt worse during the flight, and as the plane landed, she was taken straight to the hospital, where the doctors discovered that she was suffering an internal bleeding. And so Ida Presti died in the OR table of a hospital in Rochester, New York. This allowed other guitarists, Pepe and Ángel Romero, to premiere Rodrigo's Concierto Madrigal. Giving a chance to another great family of guitarists whose popularity and quality was already rocketing skywards. Ida Presti's death was unfortunate and premature, but she left for us an important legacy. As a performer, some people say that Ida Presti was the best guitarist of all the 20th century, and she also left us important works as a composer. Now, interestingly, many of the legendary guitarists haven't recorded Poulenc's Sarabande, although there are some important ones. For example, there are the two recordings that Narciso Yepes made for Deutsche Grammophon. There is a very interesting recording by Elliot Fisk. But my favorite one is the one made by Oscar Giglia. This recording was included by Erato in their compilation of Poulenc's complete works, although that edition focuses on including historic recordings made during Poulenc's life. Now, just to finish off, let me tell you a little trivia fun fact. If you've seen the Kill Bill movies by Quentin Tarantino, you probably heard in the soundtrack that mingled in the background with the pop song She's Not There by the Zombies are the opening notes of the Sarabande and of the improvisation number 13. Well, no one told me about the way she lied. Well, no one told me about. And for the one who says, is that Poulenc in disbelief, you can hear it afterwards openly in the strings.